And here's how this smart shepherd dog keeps the silly sheep within the area where they're allowed to graze. Any boundary violation, and the dog is right there, immediately. It seems that lizards are clearly not made for running fast on slippery tiles. The attempt to run away at top speed only made the homeowner laugh. A sea lion comes out of the sea onto the grounds of a seaside hotel. Then the animals dive into the pool and the guests watch in amazement, knowing that the most interesting part is yet to come. The sea lion gets out of the water and brazenly takes a wooden lounge chair from a man. Everyone is just in shock. That evening, this man was planning to simply take out the trash, but he ended up ruining the romantic date of these two huge rats. A silly bulldog decided to take a walk on the frozen pool. The ice turned out to be thin, and he sank like a stone under the water. Fortunately, his owner was nearby and immediately, screaming, rushed into the icy water to save him. The little silly one was saved. A group of wild horses got stuck in a mud pit and couldn't get out of such a difficult situation. Fortunately, rescuers arrived in time. The horses were pulled out of the swamp one by one with ropes. And the rescue operation dragged on until nightfall. And finally, they pulled out the last one. The rescue was very successful. All the horses are alive. This rider clearly wasn't lucky with her horse. It decided to bite another horse. As you can see in the slow motion footage, it was the rider who got kicked. The owner of this small motorboat has already built a setup with a flying hawk. But as you can see, when it comes to scaring off seabirds, it's doing a very poor job. The boat is still covered in droppings and looks very much like a local bird toilet. If wild dogs have chosen their prey, they never back down, so all this deer's efforts to protect her baby will definitely be in vain. When other deer from her herd came to the deer's aid, their defense started to work. But dogs that have smelled blood are not so easily stopped. According to the person filming, the predator still managed to drag the fawn away. This family was gone for just 2 months, and in that time, birds had already managed to build a beautiful nest on their back door. The owner immediately put a stop sign on the door so that no one would open it and disturb the birds. One by one, 4 eggs appeared in the nest, and soon chicks hatched from them. It looks really cool. Have you ever seen a hornbill's nest? They have a unique trait of sealing their chicks in an enclosed space, and access is only possible through a small hole so the bird can toss food inside. In the same way, these birds can lay eggs in clay pots and seal the entrance to protect the chicks from predators. When the time comes, the birds will be able to open the exit themselves. Just take a look at this trick. It looks like a real ant police force. Just 2 ants flipped a cockroach onto its back and are holding it by the antennae so it can't get up. That's not a crow, but a real undercover spy boldly tearing down the Israeli flag. Amazingly, the crow managed to do it quite quickly. Well, I've never seen a frog scream like that before. All you have to do is touch it, and it starts running away, letting out piercing, funny screams. Some caring men decided to rescue a cat that couldn't get down from a concrete pole. But the rescue didn't go as planned. The cat still ended up crashing to the ground. and this attack was caught on surveillance cameras. An elderly woman with her dog on the lakeshore didn't notice the approaching crocodile. By the time the woman started to leave, it was already too late. Soon after, police officers caught the crocodile, which had somehow gotten into the lake, and took it back to the wild where it belongs. The marten is a small but very vicious predator that loves to raid bird nests. Here you can see how a marten attacked the nest of a small bird of prey, and the family was unable to defend itself from this attack. Everyone perished. To prevent such attacks from happening on the supports of the boxes, for nesting, it is necessary to install protection that will reliably safeguard the birds from attacks by any terrestrial predators, including snakes. Here are a few more attacks. Martens attacking poor birds. And here you can see how this turkey defends its nest from a large monitor lizard. Its abilities are limited, and all it can do is throw dry leaves at the lizard. The tactic worked, and the lizard began to leave. The bird successfully defended the nest. While relaxing on a boat, people noticed a calf swimming in the middle of the river, and for quite a while it couldn't figure out which way to turn. It became clear to everyone that the animal was extremely exhausted from swimming for so long, so they began the rescue. Throwing a rope around the drowning calf's neck, the people started pulling it toward the shore, and when they realized the calf was starting to sink, they even held its head above the water. The rescue was successful. The cheetah is a sprinter, not a marathon runner. Since it can't maintain its chase speed for long, it needs to catch its prey within 30 seconds or less. If the cheetah fails to catch up quickly, it gives up. That's why its hunting success rate is low, 40 to 50%. Sometimes the fastest predator tries to bite off more than it can chew. And this is exactly one of those cases. At first, the wildebeest was running away, but then it decided to attack. The cheetah immediately backed off. And this brave shepherd dog started barking and lunging at a huge wolf who was just walking along and not reacting at all. But at some point, the wolf couldn't take the harassment anymore, and the shepherd instantly switched to top speed to escape. Here's another encounter between shepherd dogs and a wild wolf, which the owner managed to film in the forest near the village. The shepherds couldn't be stopped. They decided to take revenge on the wolf for all the stolen domestic animals. Clever seagulls really love chips and have already learned how to steal them right from the stores. Automatic doors are a big help to the birds, as they respond even to such small creatures, allowing them to enter and exit freely. Here's a similar case. Only a dog that grew up with these tigers can behave this way around them, otherwise it wouldn't have survived. In this zoo, they are true friends. A woman had to rescue a beautiful kookaburra whose head got stuck in a fence. The bird quickly flew away, alive and well. After a long workday, you can relax and swim in a way that's different from everyone else. Just look at how beautiful and skillful it is. This eagle snatches a large fish right in mid-flight. But then, things didn't go according to plan for the bird. After flying a few meters, the fish simply slips out of its talons. No luck this time. And here is the popular game Snake in real life. It looks absolutely mesmerizing. A woman decided to show a little squirrel to a hungry seagull on the windowsill. The bird of prey reacted instantly, but all it managed was a simply comical fall. A man is filming an unusual attack right from his car window. A coyote attacking a Canadian goose. These are very aggressive geese that know how to defend themselves, so the coyote was also frightened by the widespread wings and retreated. But hunger drives him to attack a second time. Now he's more confident, simply grabbing the goose by its long neck and carrying it off to eat. At this moment, the grizzly bear switched to hunting mode and is chasing a herd of mountain goats right next to the road, with cars and people nearby. The goats turned out to be cunning and fast, so the bear quickly realized that catching this prey was beyond his abilities. A crazy snake had to be rescued after it mistook a tennis ball for an egg. After a short procedure, the ball was successfully removed and the snake was unharmed. People at the lakeside restaurant were feeding fish in the water, while also watching an alligator that was eager to get a bite as well. But suddenly, an even more formidable predator appeared nearby, an alligator snapping turtle. The strength of this turtle's jaws is impressive. Just look at those bites. Seeing the falling bread, the turtle missed a little and bit the crocodile's tail. The toothy one darted away to the bottom. Well, only cats know how to relax so beautifully. Silly domestic geese don't care that the concrete is still fresh and it's too early to walk on it. The work was ruined and will have to be redone. People at the zoo filmed a tiger whose head got stuck in a plastic barrel. It looks funny, but the tiger could have actually drowned. Fortunately, he managed to get to the shore, and soon the zoo workers rescued him. And here, some cute animals called coatis completely changed my idea of predators. They all attacked the python as a group and started biting it. The predator became the prey, and although it's still trying to crawl away, it's unlikely to survive. A woman filmed an unusual scene right from her car. This opossum has too many babies. There wasn't even enough room for one of them on her back. The baby, without getting up, ran behind and at the first opportunity climbed onto his mother's leg. During a severe storm, this caring mother dog saves her puppies. One by one, she carried all 3 of her babies to a safe shelter. Super mom. I had heard for a long time that two-headed snakes exist, but the fact that they are able to swallow their prey at the same time surprised me greatly. This man had been growing carnivorous plants for a long time, and when his flytrap had grown up, it was time to test what it could do. The trap snapped shut after all, and the wasp had no chance of escape. This worker didn't get to have a snack. An audacious monkey ruined his lunch. He had to give up his food quickly. And now let's take a look at some unusual animal prison breaks. This chubby puppy managed to pull it off. A clever horse also knows how to pick the gate lock. Here are a few more funny moments featuring the most unusual escapes.